Hi everyone. In this lesson, we are going to see how periodic table helps us in learning valencies. So, valency of elements through periodic table. Let us get into the topic in detail. Periodic table, the basis. Periodic table can be used to learn about valence electrons and valency of elements. The study becomes easy and systematic. Rote learning can be avoided. What is valency? Valency denotes the number of electrons an atom can lose, gain, or share with other atom or atoms to attain stability. That is, octet structure we say, having 8 electrons in outermost orbit. This capacity depends on number of electrons present in the outermost orbit which can participate in chemical reaction. Formation of molecule. In this schematic representation of sodium and chloride ions, you can see sodium losing one electron and chlorine gaining one electron to get octet structure. Yet they are not stable as they are charged particles. To attain electrical stability, the ions form a bond. Let us now see how periodic table can be used to learn valencies of elements. So this is the modern periodic table framed by Moseley. This is based on atomic number of elements. So this side you find to the left S block elements, to the right you see P block elements, at the center you find D block elements, and below that you have F block elements. So these names S, P, D, F denote the orbital present in the outermost orbit of an atom that is getting filled with electrons. You also see the numbers written here 1, 2, and I have skipped 3 to 12, then 13 to 18. These numbers were not given by Moseley, but you can recall in Mendeleev's periodic table we had 8 groups. So we shall associate those numbers with this modern periodic table. Then our study of learning valencies with periodic table becomes easy. So here you find in S block group 1 and group 2. So you have to notice the elements of group 1, that is hydrogen to calcium. They have one valence electron and the valency is 1. So then group 2, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, barium, they have two valence electrons and the valency is 2. We will skip for the time being D block and move on to P block. So instead of the number 13, we shall think that to be 3, 14 as 4, 15 as 5, 16 as 6, 17 as 7, and 18 as 8. So here the number 3 group number is the same as the valence electrons of those elements in that group. Same way, the elements belonging to 14th group, they have 4 valence electrons, that is 4 electrons in the outermost orbit. That way, the group number is the same as that is minus 10 I am telling you. Group number is the same as number of valence electrons, that is the electrons present in the outermost orbit. So when it comes to 18th group, so I am taking that to be 8. So number of valence electrons present there is 8. That is 18 minus 10, 8. 8 electrons are present. So we are going to associate group number, valence electrons, and then the valences also. We will move on now to D block. So in D block, we will not be able to associate the group number with valence electrons, because here in D block, the outermost orbit and the outermost orbital will have or do have almost the same number of electrons. What changes here is the inner orbital, that is d orbital of inner orbit. Gradually from group 3 to group 12, one electron is added to d orbital. But the number of electrons in the outermost orbit almost remains the same, either 1 or 2 in s orbital. So, here we will not be able to associate group number with valence electrons. The valence electron changes depending on the energy that is supplied to the atom during the reaction. So, for the time being, we shall not very much bother about F block. For the students of 8 to 10, these many elements and these whatever information I have given so far is enough to learn about valencies. Let us move on to these elements in detail now. So, electronic configuration and valency. So, I had just told you how the group number denotes the valence electrons. So, I have also given you here some samples of configuration, that is electron distribution of various elements, and we shall see how configuration, valence electrons and valency are related. So taking hydrogen, it has only one electron in the s orbital, valence electron 1, valency is 1. Calcium 4s2, that means 2 electrons in the outermost orbit, valence electron 2, valency is 2. Aluminium 3s2 and 3p1, 3 valence electrons and the valency is 3. Carbon 2s2, 2p2, 4 valence electrons, the valency is 4. So, then coming to the next element, here onwards you will find some change. Nitrogen 2s2, 2p3, it has 5 electrons. It needs 3 more to become stable. So, its valency is 3. Sulfur has 3s2, 3p4, 6 valence electrons. It needs 2 more, it gains 2 more and becomes stable. Iodine has 7 valence electrons, that is 5s2, 5p5. It needs 1 more to be stable, it gains 1. Iron 3d6 and 4s2. As I told you, the inner orbital, that is 3d, is incomplete, but still the outer orbit has got 2 electrons. So its valency normally is 2. It can have higher valency when electron jumps from 3d to 4p. Copper 3d10 and 4s1. Normal valency is 1. When the electrons jump from 3d to 4p, the valency can be higher than that. Neon, you find 2s2 and 2p6, totally 8 electrons in the outermost orbit. That means it is stable. Valence electrons, that is the electrons which take part in chemical reaction, is 0. So the valency also is 0. Now, let us look into elements of S block in a bit detail. So here you can just find a piece of periodic table of S block alone. there you find the number 1 and 2, the group number. So the elements hydrogen, lithium, sodium and potassium belonging to S1, they have one valence electron, valency is 1, that is they lose one electron and become stable. And coming to second group S2, beryllium, magnesium, calcium and barium also, they have two valence electrons, they lose two electrons, so the valency is 2 and they become stable. Moving on to p block elements, as I already told you, instead of 13 we should consider that to be 3, then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that way. So here the elements boron, aluminium, they have 3 valence electrons, they lose 3 and become stable. Coming to fourth group, carbon and silicon, they have 4 valence electrons, they neither lose 4 nor gain 4, instead they share 4 electrons and become stable. Nitrogen, phosphorus, 5 valence electrons, they gain 3 and become stable. Oxygen and sulfur, 6 valence electrons, gain 2 more, become stable. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, they have 7 valence electrons, they gain 1 more and become stable. When it comes to helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and all, they have already 8 electrons in the outermost orbit. They are stable, they are inert in nature. D block elements. So here we are not going to look into the group. If you just see those elements which are underlined, that is enough for you, for the students of 8 to 10. Chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, down below, silver, gold, you must learn in the same order, zinc, cadmium and mercury. So they have, as I told you earlier, almost same number of electrons in the outermost orbit. The inner orbital is incomplete. They can exhibit multiple valencies. That is a characteristic feature of D block elements. So let us get into D block elements little more in detail. Here you have the list of those elements with multiple valencies. The valencies I have given are the common valencies that they display, and still they have some more. As I told you, any element can have any valency depending on the energy supply. So chromium, what you have to here see is almost all these elements starting with the chromium till mercury, they have 2 valence electrons. Of course, some of them like silver and gold, they have 1 valence electron and 3D is complete. See the connection between valence electrons and valency. In most of them it is 2, and in addition they have another valency also. Some elements like chromium, manganese and all, they have 3 and 7 or 4 and 7, and they also have the valency 2 in some compounds. The suffix OUS and IC. Because these D block elements form many compounds, it is necessary to differentiate one from the other. So, the valency of these D block elements varies in different compounds. The cation, that is positively charged ion, with lower valency takes the suffix OUS. Example, iron, that is ferrous, valency is +2. The cation with higher valency takes the suffix IC. Example, ferric, valency is +3. Naming the cation, that is positively charged ions of D block elements. So here ferrous valency is 2, ferric 3, cuprous 1, cupric 2, gold, that is Ors 1, auric 2, mercurous 1, mercuric 2, STANS 2, STANIC 4. These days, they also use the terms like iron 2, iron 3, copper 1, copper 2, gold 1, gold 2, mercury 1, mercury 2, and tin 2 and tin 4. There is no harm in it, that can also be used. So long, I have given you the introduction to using periodic table to learn valencies. So if you learn this way, you can do away with memorizing the valencies of elements. The mental picture of periodic table will help you a lot in learning everything about elements. This will also help you in learning in detail about the periodic table in future. So if you learn periodic table in detail, it means you have learned half the chemistry.